We have the Ikuram 4 bike rack. This is a hitch mounted one. I'm just trying to put it together. The instructions this comes with, instructions aren't very clear. The pictures aren't very good. So just trying to figure out how this thing goes and put it together here. Okay, so there's 3 pieces to it. This is the middle section, and this bolts onto here. And then this middle part slips onto the upper. The upper bolt here is held in by this pin, so that you can pull the pin out, and then the hitch can kind of fold down. You can get into your trunk cargo area. This bottom one holds a bolt. There's 3 bolts here. One's longer than the others. The longer one goes in this one. These 2 go in here, so we're gonna get those screwed in. Okay, it does come with the wrenches, so that's good. So you don't need to get any tools out, but you just need both sides here. You're just tightening down these. All right, this is the center. All right, assembly's pretty much done. There's just 3 bolts really, 2 pins and 3 bolts you screw in. This is the top one that allows it to fold down, so when it's not in use, you can just kind of fold it down. So you can put the pin in there, lock it down from moving. So that's good. And then the bottom pin you can take out, and when it's inside the hitch, it should fold away so that you can get access to your trunk if it's in your car. Feels pretty sturdy. This is rated for 140 pounds, so that's about 35 pounds per bike. Let's move it back up here. This is the screw side. The Allen's on this side. So what they recommend doing is just turning them all over right side up, tightening them down. You can move the spacing a little bit if you need to. So it feels pretty good. It did come with an anti-rattle kit. This is something that hooks onto the hitch and the receiver here to stop it from rattling. So we'll go out and get it installed. All right, we've got it all assembled. We just brought it out to the garage. We're just gonna put it initially into the truck hitch. It does come with a hitch pin, so instead of like a pin and a clip, it comes with actually a big sturdy screw that you can put into the hole here. I don't know how secure this is. Obviously, if someone wants to steal it, they would need a wrench and a socket to be able to take it out. So leave me a comment in the comments. I think I want to use a locking hitch pin instead of this screwed in hitch pin. But it is good that they do provide you something, but we're going to be traveling. We're actually going to use this on our motorhome. So I'm just trying it out here on the truck as an initial kind of test. We'll load a few bikes on. We'll see how it holds the bikes. Only thing to complain quality-wise, one of these reflectors, so you see there's 2 reflectors on the ends of these bars for obvious reasons. One of them was off, so I had to put a little super glue on it and glued it back on. The other concern I have is that these straps here, I mean, they're a thick rubber strap that hold the bike on, but they're very difficult to put on. So if I have the bike tube here, I'm trying to strap it down. I mean, it takes a lot of force to get it over this, which is good. It's going to stay on. You know, they're a thick rubber strap, but I just think, you have 4 of them on each side, 8 total when you're putting all 4 bikes on. And then getting them off is also a chore. So that's yet to be seen how difficult it's going to be to strap these things down. It's going to take a little effort. It's going to exert some work to be able to get those on. I'm going to throw a bike on here. We'll see how it holds up. All right, I threw a bike up here. This is my son's bike. I think this is a problem with any bike that you're going to use. So see how this bike has kind of a sloped top post? Well, there's not a lot of clearance you know, on this side of the bike holder. Here it's fine. So this is about I could only store this bike on these outside. I couldn't get it further back on one of these, and it's tilted downward, as you can see. It's not sitting level. They do make and sell a kind of a post that goes from the seat to the handlebar section here to make it like a flat area that you'd hang on a bike rack. But you know, we'll see how this will work. But got this on here. These rubber clamps actually hold really well. I stretched them on there. It's not too difficult, but it does require some effort and some force to get it over this knob. But that's a good thing because it's going to hold it on there really well. I don't see this ever falling off. I guess the only concern with this rack is it doesn't have like a built-in lock cable or something. So I'd have to figure out some kind of a locking system to, you know, wrap bike lock, you know, security cable around this and around the bike lock, just so, you know, bikes don't get stolen. So I'm going to put a couple others on, take this one off, and we'll just see how they kind of fit on there. But overall, pretty good. I think this any bike rack like this, you're going to have trouble with a bike that has a sloping. You can't tell the slope because this is. Look how much further down the front wheel is to the back. I mean, it's at a pretty big angle. I don't think that's a huge problem. I don't see why that would be an issue, you know, having it sit like that. I don't think it is an issue. Let me know in the comments if there is an issue that I need to be aware of. But I do have a couple other bikes, you know, kid bikes that have that problem, and we'll see how they fit on there. But if you have just straight across top posts, probably shouldn't be an issue getting them on. All right, I've had a chance to use the Ikuram bike rack. This is we used it on our motorhome here. It does come with this anti-rattle thing, so you basically install it on the receiver. You screw this on, you tighten it down, and it prevents it. So you can shake it, and there's no rattle at all. It really reduces the rattling from shaking around. So it actually worked out really well. The straps tended to be a little hard to strap on and off, but as far as functionality, it worked great. Folds down nice, held the bikes just like we wanted to. So I think this was it's a decent bike rack for the money. There's a link in the description to it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. But thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel.